Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, this is my channel Sherelle Thinks, where I talk about all things health anxiety related. And in this video, I want to talk about a weird symptom that I have from time to time when I'm very, very stressed and anxious, and that is waking up gasping. It seems to only happen for me when my anxiety is very, very bad. So this tends to happen after a period of like prolonged high anxiety. And what happens is that I will be sleeping or at least falling asleep. And then all of a sudden I'm like, and I do that. And then I can feel like my heart beating really fast. Like I've normally got tinnitus in my ears. And it kind of feels, I suppose, like a nocturnal panic attack. But when I do get it, it will happen multiple times throughout the night. And I remember once when I was dealing with insomnia, it was happening like every hour. And of course, then it would wake me up and then I would freak out over it. And then I wouldn't be able to get back asleep because I was scared it was going to happen again. And to be honest, I remember going to my doctor and explaining it to her. Because I think back then, I thought I had like sleep apnea or something. I can't even remember what it was I thought I had. And I said to her, like, look, I'm waking up and I'm like gasping. And she was like, oh, she just didn't really know what to say. And I was like, what can you do for me? Is there any tests I can have done? And she was like, well, not really. She was like, but I do know that you're very stressed and anxious. So perhaps it's that. And back then, of course, I was like, no, it's definitely not that. It must be something wrong. Like maybe there's something wrong with my heart. Maybe there's something wrong with my breathing. And I couldn't quite find an answer. Now, I obviously know that the answer is stress and anxiety because there's a very clear pattern. And it's happened to me now for about 4 years. And it just happens every time I'm stressed and anxious. And it doesn't really bother me so much now because I've had it so many times that I'm kind of like used to it. It's still definitely unpleasant, but it doesn't freak me out the way that it used to. And to be honest, I've never actually really spoken to anybody that said the same thing. So this is quite an interesting video for me to put out because normally I'm talking about very common anxiety symptoms that people talk to me about a lot, like twitching, tingling, palpitations, chest pain, whatever it is. So I'm wondering if any of you guys have had the same. Like I said, it doesn't bother me anymore. It's just one of those things that happens to me when I'm very, very overstressed, very, very anxious. It only happens at nighttime when I'm about to fall asleep. And I think it's just my subconscious is just stuck in like a fight or flight mode so that it's not relaxing. And when my body does fall asleep, I'm like, I kind of panic then. My body is not rested properly. And I have found actually that kind of like meditating before bed, doing some breathing exercises can definitely reduce how intense it is and reduce its frequency. So that's one thing that I've definitely found that helps. But if you've had this, please tell me below in the comments because I'm super interested because I don't think I've ever spoken to anybody that have said the same thing. But I know that there's going to be a few of you out there that have had the same thing. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful or comforting. If you want to work with me on a one-to-one basis and you're looking for a health anxiety coach, you can join my Patreon where I offer various different memberships, and you can find the link in the description of this video. You can also find my social media platforms down below in the comments too. And yeah, hope this video was helpful. Hope that maybe there's one of you out there that have had the same thing and maybe now you feel reassured that I've had the same thing too and that you're not alone. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.